Was happening, fam? L.A.R. movement still moving. Book is entitled Lessons from a Non-Custodial Father at Amazon, Kindle, and Create Space. Link will be in the description box below. This one is a low testosterone era. I get older, and as I get older, I come across guys who have low testosterone. And this is an era for some odd reason of low testosterone. Like your testosterone is supposed to go down as you age or whatever. You you don't you don't burn fat as much. You're not as energetic as you used to be. Some of y'all can't keep your dick up. Just saying, right? But I'm gonna tell you my opinion of this shit. Why? I think I see it as a problem in this era. One is of course diet. If you eat healthy, you know, you'll be able to maintain high levels of testosterone because you're gonna be healthy as a guy. Just in just eating alone, abs and age in the kitchen. Because you see guys who are in their late 30s, 40s, and 50s and 60s who look relatively good or look better than goddamn good. You know why? Because they eat right. Now, what I mean by that, some of y'all running around here, I'm eating like a man, I'm eating steak and potatoes. Oh, I'm eating like a man, I'm eating pork chops and sausage. Oh, I'm eating like a man, man. Oh, I'm drinking beer for breakfast, bitch, I'm a man. Well, you are what you eat. How come you eating like a man like this and you built like a pregnant bitch? Don't you think that's a problem? Because you eating like a man, but you look like you 7 months pregnant. You got type 2 diabetes, huh? Kind of walking around sluggish and can't really get it up like that. And I'm so tired and sluggish. I don't know why. Why? Because you eating like a man. You big belly bitch. And you're not and some guys are just naturally big guys. Don't get this twisted. Some guys just naturally big guys. So that's how they are. So it doesn't matter how they are. They're manly. They got the energy and their manhood in them, but they naturally big. They might be built like a NFL guard. That shit happens. But I ain't talking about them. I'm talking about some people who, they 180 pounds and they built like Jabba the Hutt. You're like, what the fuck happened to you? How you got real skinny legs and calves, and you got my baby mama's stomach? I don't understand this. And then you got skinny arms too. Mm. You can't be a man. Don't tell me you slim thick, motherfucker. uh, but that goes with goes with diet and the drinking. The excess drinking is crazy. You shouldn't be out here drinking all the fucking time. Like goddamn, like some of y'all drink to the point y'all have like urinary tract infections and shit. Like, nigga, put the shit down. Drink some water. It's okay, bro. Goddamn. And then you wonder, and now you starting to drink because I've met these guys who they want to drink all the fucking time. Then they got to get drunk to fuck because that's the only time they can get their dick up. And the reason they drinking because they've been drinking so much that they can't get their dick up unless they get drunk. Stupid motherfuckers. Popping Viagra's and Cialis like Skittles, and now you need 37 of them to get an erection. You did it to yourself, B. I got low testosterone. Once again, let's go to this because some of y'all don't work out. Let's be real. Some of y'all don't work out. Some of y'all just decided that, I'm going to work and I'm going to get money and I'm a hard-working man. Let's get real. Some of you are not hard-working men. Some of you go to work and come home and act tired and tell your woman or your wife that you're a hard-working man, but on the job, you're a lazy piece of shit. You on the job trying to hustle your way out of ever working and throwing your work on somebody else, whether it be man, woman, or child. Then you come back, oh, man, I spent 12 hours out there working hard as a man. And y'all, your coworkers looking at this. Somebody need to fire that motherfucker, man. That bitch always bullshit. And you just like that on the job, and you like that in the gym. You don't work out. So guess what? You're not really getting healthy. You're not you're not you're not maintaining any kind of muscle mass. You know why you're not maintaining? Because you ain't doing shit. So because you're not doing shit, you're not getting off. The way you get off your aggression is in a feminine way. You're not lifting weights. You're not jogging. I don't give a shit. You're not playing football, basketball. You out there golfing, smoking cigars, and drinking, making it worse. So guess what? Since you taking the easy way out all the time, because testosterone about men is about is about iron sharpening iron, that clash, that constant growth, that evolution that takes from pressure and change. You keep copping out of pressure and change, you start getting more and more feminine. And that's what it is. Now you have low testosterone. And then you insecure because you see guys who you feel who quote unquote are in better shape or unable to do things that you can't do because guess what? You bitched your way out of doing everything. Speaking of bitching your way out of doing everything, you have the mentality that you're gonna outthink everybody. Not outthink anybody, not outthink people as in I'm gonna be the smarter person in the room. No. What you're gonna do is you're gonna be the best scam artist. So you're gonna always, like I said before, take the easiest way out. You're gonna hustle people. You're gonna lie, manipulate, deceive to get ahead. Which in some ways mirrors what? Things that women do to get ahead. So the more you go down this road, the less masculine you become. Because now you're about appearance, perception, semantics. And you're not about facts, reality, truth. See, a man who has truth, it comes from the gut. It comes from the inside. You can feel the fire. A guy that wants to live a lie comes across a little bit soft, a little dainty. You know what I'm saying? You can tell it in their energy. Because you don't want it like that. You know, when a man is passive aggressive, why the fuck does a man have to be passive aggressive? And you were built to be aggressive. You know why you have low testosterone? Because you passive. You're not passive aggressive, you passive. That's what you is. You know, you talk shit on the cool, but you ain't gonna do shit. And what I mean by this is you the type of guy that you never get in a fight. Because you eat bad, you never work out, you talk shit, and then you buy guns. So what you do is you hide behind a pistol. You could be a fat, out of shape, asthma having motherfucker with type 2 diabetes, you know, taking insulin, but I got a Glock that make me a man. No, you just a bitch with a gun. And you know it too. You know, so that's a problem with the low testosterone era. You take on these feminine traits, you become feminine. You know, it is what it is. Another thing is, how can I say this? You are, in appearance, you are metrosexual because you want to, you don't want to do what men do. You want, you know. Now I'm saying this wrong. Hold up. You have low testosterone because your mindset is not equipped to deal with adversity. And you don't want to switch it back into a mindset that's able to deal with adversity. See, men have to be comfortable in being uncomfortable. You have to be comfortable outside of your comfort zone. You know, men, you have to go to uncharted territories and be in high risk situations from time to time. You don't have to force yourself into them, but you have a rite of passage to understand that sometimes you're going to be in high pressure situations that you may not be comfortable with. You have to be calm under pressure. But see, a lot of you guys, because of you probably weren't good at that, you never stayed in that lane, you quit. So now you're always looking for somebody else to handle adversity for you. Prime example of what I mean by that is politicians will send soldiers off to war, but they will never fight. But you can tell most of these politicians will never fight because they're bitches, and you can tell it in their energy. They'll talk behind the desk. We're gonna go to this country and we're gonna be Americans and show them. Okay, here's the rifle. Nah, I can't. I got cramps in my trigger finger. I just can't pull the trigger, James. I just can't. I don't know how to aim if people are aiming back. I get nervous, James. I'm a politician. I know policy. I'm the thinker. No, you're not. You're just a bitch hiding behind talk, rhetoric. Sometimes one of the other things about that low testosterone era is religion. See, a lot of you people don't want to admit that in spirituality you have to atone for your mistakes. You're gonna pay for your mistakes, so if you got to pay the cost to be the boss. And because of religion, people have, because of the way they've perverted religion, people have grown up with the ideology that they could do anything and they never have to pay for it. So now you're running around here um, thinking you got a carte blanche and got a free slate to do whatever in life, but then the guilt sets in that you're gonna pay for this shit, but you don't have the balls to atone these mistakes before you have to make that payment. So because of that, you lose your masculinity and your manhood. Your choices took your manhood away from you, which was taking your testosterone away from you, which is why you have low testosterone. It's not, and there are biological factors. Don't get it twisted. But the things I'm talking about are things that attribute to make these biological factors worse. We out.